no experience in education but want to work with students, can I still become an academic coach? Yes. So there are a few people, different kinds of people who take the academic life coaching program. The first group are people who are advisors. These are people who work in universities. We've trained people in over, I think, 200 universities at this point. It's a lot. I've been doing it since 2009, so it's 13 years of training people, and we get multiple inquiries a week from different universities. Most of the time it's either 1 or 2 people, but sometimes it's groups of 14, and we've been doing this for a while. So that's group 1. Group 2 are people who are educators, people who are in the education system maybe, and they want to move into it, and that's I'd say that's a pretty solid second group. Third group are people who don't have any experience in education. They might have a career in some executive field or wellness field, and then they want to work with students. They are attracted to the fulfillment aspect of it. They may have had children themselves who have just graduated high school and gone off to college, or graduated from college, going off to grad school or career. And I'd say it's a solid group of people as well. The thing about working with teens or young people, the deal, I mean, if I were to just distill it, is that yes, there is an aspect that young people don't have the life knowledge and awareness to come up with their own agendas when they're working as, when they're clients in a coaching session. That's there. But the people who are the most effective working with teens don't necessarily treat them as teenagers or treat them as young people. They treat them as adults. They treat them like you would a normal person. And students will rise to the level of expectation in the way you communicate with them. A question that often comes up in coaching, is it, in the demos, when people listen to the demos, is one of the things that's striking about it is when I'm working with young people, I'll still ask them hard questions, big questions, like where do you want to be 2-3 years from now? What are your top 3 values? How do you know when your value set is matching with your goal set? Questions like this. And oftentimes students don't even, they don't have the awareness to even go with these questions yet, but it's still important to ask the question because it sets the stage, and then they'll ask. Young people will say, yeah, I don't really know what that means. Then you can break that question down into smaller questions if you need to. But what I've found is that with young people, when they're working with a coach, it usually takes maybe 5 to 7, sometimes 10 sessions before young people get the idea of what it's like to client well, to be a good coaching client. And then it's a lot like working with an adult. You have students who are now self-aware, who've increased their self-awareness, who come to coaching sessions with a well-formed agenda, who have ideas of how their mindsets influence their habits, which influence their results. This all happens. This is all possible when people are coaching and being coached. So in my experience, people who have not yet worked with teens but want to be academic coaches, yes, it's possible. There is a bit of a learning curve in the initial marketing of it, talking to teens from the beginning point, but that goes away very quickly if you're committed to the field. And you're in good company. There are a lot of people who are in that same position.